Learning exhibition video. For those who don't know me, my name is Andrew, and this year, as part of my grading schooling at Banbury Crossroads School, I participated in an internship at Mount Royal University, which mainly revolved around archaeology, anthropology, and social networking. The first bit that I want to look at is the first stage of the internship process, which is mainly making a plan of the internship. The first bit of an internship is developing a plan, which is basically planning on what you want to do. Planning is critical. In October of 2010, when I first started at Banbury Crossroads, the assistant principal, Dean Tickles, came to me and suggested the idea of an internship to me. At the time, there was already other students that were doing internships. My interest was in the field of archaeology due to the fact that I had already had experience working with a private contractor in archaeology out at a development site. A classmate of mine, Greg McGee, had already made contact with people over at MRU because his interest was in linguistic anthropology, which is in the same wing except at opposite ends of archaeology. Okay. And so we sorted out some paperwork, and we got the paperwork done, and we pinned down a time to meet, and we met with Julie Cormack, Samanti Kulutalaki, and Donald Swenson over at Mount Royal University. I journeyed over to Mount Royal University with Greg McGee and Dean Tickles to meet with Dr. Donald Swenson, Dr. Julie Cormack, and Dr. Samanti Kulutalaki to discuss possible possibilities for me and Greg. I found a fit with Dr. Cormack and Dr. Kulutalaki. The first thing I noticed about a university classroom environment is that there's no distractions on the wall, and the unspoken expectation is to learn. Classes vary from 1 hour to 3 hours long, and most of the students are female who aren't afraid to text under the table. I'm not sure why you would want to pay to go to university to text. Is negotiation. Negotiation is pretty much getting permission. In my internship, I had 2 cases of negotiation. The first case was the first meeting in December with Dr. Donald Swenson, Dr. Julie Cormack, and Dr. Samanti Kulutalaki, which led to my negotiation of which classes I was going to attend with Dr. Cormack and Dr. Kulutalaki. The second case of negotiation I had was with Dr. Douglas Clark over the phone, where we negotiated possible social networking of the Manaba Plains Project Umari.
So Andrew, in this section we're talking about collaboration. What is collaboration?
Collaboration is the conversation between people to solve a problem.
Oh, okay. So how do they do that exactly?
By getting an opinion and then giving feedback to that opinion.
What's the difference between getting feedback and not getting feedback?
Not getting feedback would solve no problems. Getting feedback would get other people's opinions. 2 heads is better.
Okay. So when did you collaborate?
My collaboration was part of the social networking committee to solve the problem of what our Facebook group wanted to look like.
Ah, okay. So what was the result of all that work?
We now today have a Facebook group.
Cool.
The 5th part of an internship is the contribution. Till this point, the mentor has been mentoring me out of the goodness of their heart. My contribution in my internship was an idea to take the Manaba Plains Project Umari to social networking. A documentary style because I found the word celebrate more attractive.
Okay. Anything else?
Negotiations. The first one was in December, What are you doing? The second critical negotiation was with Dr. Douglas Clark, where we negotiated about my input. Stop laughing at me. My input on social networking around the Manitoba Plains project, Umari.